Well, Nikki, rumours this morning of a new chief executive at Peugeot. What's driven that?
Well, Peugeot's in a somewhat unhappy situation. It's one of the big volume car makers in Europe, and about 60% of its sales by volume come from Europe. So it's been very exposed to the difficult market here. It's managed, to some people's surprise, to get its way through the recession. The car market is now flat to turning up, but it won't come back quickly. And it needs capital, and it needs a more international flavour. So there have been talks going on with Dongfeng, the Chinese company. Peugeot in 2012 set up an alliance with GM. That hasn't been going very far. And the thought is that if you bring in, and the person rumoured is Carlos Tavares, who's the ex-Renault chief operating officer, if you bring him in, that might be a sort of compromise that reassured both the Chinese that he would be somebody who understands alliances. Renault, via its Nissan side, has an existing relationship with Dongfeng. So that might reassure the Chinese. On the other hand, it might also give some reassurance to the Peugeot family, which has 38% of the voting rights at Peugeot. So that's what's sort of driving it.
But could he pull it off, though? A difficult job of perhaps needing to raise more money and keeping all these different parties happy and also turn things around at Peugeot itself. Is that possible?
Well, somebody's probably going to have to do something. So, yes, I mean, I think he's a very good executive. He's very highly regarded. He left under a bit of a cloud because it was a sort of press interview in which he suggested he might like to run GM or Ford, and was a little blocked by Carlos Ghosn's position at Renault Nissan. But for all that, he, as I say, he's highly regarded in the industry. And this ability to work an alliance is really what is probably going to be essential at Peugeot.
Do you think alliances are what Peugeot needs, or is there any chance that somebody might come in and buy it altogether? I
think alliances is probably the best investors can hope for, and hopefully a good one that really delivers results in a meaningful way. You could argue that consolidation is much cleaner and simpler, but there are so many political sensitivities that surround the car industry, both at a domestic level, at an EU level. There's technology at stake, which people are very sensitive about. I think you just go for what is a pragmatic solution.
Well, for whoever's in charge at Peugeot, there's some delicate negotiations ahead, I think. Nikki, thank you very much.